Game. Okay. Carlo Pamintuan and Magoo John for very first episode of 2OT, and we're here to talk about the best player and best import of the conference award that we're giving up. Game number 4, 2019 PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals between TNT and SMB. Jayson Castro remains to be the guy with the most number, Magoo, of BPCs without an MVP. But we can say that even if June Mar Fajardo was there, it was a well-deserved award for the Blur.
For this particular Commissioner's Cup, it really was Jayson Castro. From the beginning of the tournament all the way to up to this point of the finals, yung Jayson Castro, iba yung dinadala para dito sa TNT. He started out this tournament not scoring as heavy, pero ang lowest score niya in any game they played so far has been 9 points. He's been that consistent. Pero he's always been trying to, of course, he's got a guy like Terrence Jones. He knows he's got that weapon. He's made a weapon out of Pogoy. He's made a weapon out of Rosario. And somehow, even Don Trollano is a weapon now para dito sa TNT. And Jayson Castro, almost every single game, he tries to distribute. He tries to get his team going. Pero pag wala na nangyayari, that's when he takes over. And we all know when Jayson Castro takes over, he is a lethal weapon.
Magoo, yung dagdag na kwento with Jayson Castro winning the BPC for the second conference is, kaya ba niya nahabulin yung MVP award and take it away from June Mar Fajardo, who has had it for the past 5 years? And if we do a quick math on it, 40% yung Philippine Cup, which is June Mar's, 30% yung Commissioner's Cup, and another 30% for the Governor's Cup BPC. If you think that Jayson Castro can do that again and win the BPC in the third conference, would it be enough to overcome June Mar Fajardo?
It should be. Actually, etong second conference, to be honest, whether it went to Jayson or June Mar, both of those guys were deserving anyway.
Sure.
Mas consistent lang yung Jayson for me, but June Mar will always be June Mar. But my favorite thing about it is, it made that MVP race that more talagang mas masikip, mas exciting, mas explosive dahil etong dadating na third conference. One of those two guys, if one of those two guys win that BPC for the third conference, which would be number 9 for June Mar and number 6 para dito kay Jayson, hands down, I guess logic will dictate sa'yo yung MVP. So can June Mar win it and go 6 straight with the MVP award? Or can Jayson, as you mentioned, the most BPCs, nakakalima na po in Jayson Castro. He has now tied Danny Ildefonso for second most. Ang pagkakaiba, Danny ay two-time MVP.
Yep.
Si Jayson lived in the time of June Mar. Hindi pa nag-MVP. We're not looking to give a consolation prize here or anything. It's gonna be for Jayson for the taking. He needs to want it. He needs to take it. And that third conference BPC, between those two guys, it's it's something to really look forward to.
Another facet of the BPC race for this Commissioner's Cup, Magoo, yung pinag-uusapan ng mga tao sa Twitter and Facebook was that there were 3 nominees who were rookies. Ray Parks topped the statistical race. You have Babes Bonnet and you have CJ Perez. Maybe it would be tougher to consider CJ Perez knowing that his team did not make it into the quarterfinals, but the other facet of that is he made it into the top 5 without a lot of win bonuses na alam naman natin na bibigay pag nananalo yung iyong koponan. But Ray Parks and Robert Bolick, how impressed were you with their performance, both the focal members of their respective teams?
This is turning out to be a bumper crop of rookies right now. Sama mo pa yung JV Mocon. He's been consistent first 2 conferences. Tignan natin anong gagawin niya sa third. That Rookie of the Year race is gonna be really tight. Pero etong tatlong to be in the top 5 of the statistical points race, to be in the conversation with June Mar Fajardo, a 5-time MVP, with Jayson Castro, a 5-time BPC, grabe.
Yeah.
Pero alam naman natin, it's pretty hard to win an individual award like this. Lalo na in CJ Perez case na hindi umabot ng playoffs. Yung dalawa, a little more impressive. Bolick, number 2, yung Northport. And he led that team. Yeah. They traded away Stanley Pringle, nakadalawang game lang si Pringle sa kanila in the middle of it before they traded him away. And then Ray Parks, hindi naglaro first conference, second conference, pumasok, nag-number 3 kagad. Etong Blackwater. You gotta tip your hat off to both of these guys, to all of them actually. Pero grabe yung nilaro nila, but it's very tough. I can't recall anybody winning the BPC na hindi man lang umabot ng at least semifinals. Hanggang quarters lang sila, so talagang dito sa mga veterano, nagtalo na. But ito nga abangan natin. Anong gagawin na ito mga to the rest of the way?
But let me play a bit of devil's advocate here, Magoo. My question is, June Mar Fajardo and Jayson Castro, although they deserve it, no question whatsoever, they don't need it. Yung display nila ng mga tropeo sa mga bahay nila, punong-puno na yan.
Puno na.
Jayson Castro is twice named the best point guard of Asia. June Mar Fajardo, a 5-time MVP. So for me, if we're the PBA and we're looking to generate more interest from the younger crowd, mas bata yung hinahanap natin fans. Because the ones who have stuck with us from the 80s to the 90s, early 2000s, nandyan pa rin, nanunood pa rin sila. What we're lacking right now are the youngsters who would be as passionate as our current fans about the current situation in the PBA. Won't you think that it would help if that award landed with a youngster that they can relate with in Robert Bolick or CJ Perez or Ray Ray Parks?
The last time, if I remember correctly, na may nag-BPC na rookie was Dynamite Danny Seago way back in 1999. But he took it. He took this league by storm. That entire batch, actually, the 3-year span when they invaded the PBA. Pero in Dynamite Danny Seago, we've never seen anything like him. On a side note, he's changed the 6'6", 6'7" guy forever. You got guys like Rani Del Ocampo, Arwin Santos now, even yung mga hindi na nagtagal, mga June Cabato, and all of these guys. Dati kasi pag lumaki ka, 6'6", 6'7", 6'5", sentro na kagad. Dynamite Danny came in and changed that swing position forever. Etong new batch na to, for me personally, okay na ako na nandoon sila sa conversation.
Yeah.
Pero hindi para ipilit na ibigay sa kanila, they have to take it as well. It's gonna be interesting in the third conference again, who goes further amongst those three, especially those two, si Bolick and si Parks, because they want, if you see how much they wanted and if you see how much they worked to get it, and if you believe that they deserve it, yun yung gusto ko makita eh. Okay, mas magandang may youth movement, pero they have to take it from the veterans.
The other part of that argument, at least for me, is if it's a BPC award, does it end after the elimination round? Or should it, like what we're doing now, continue up until whoever makes it into the finals, at least game 3 of the finals hanggang doon, kasi itatabulate yung resulta ng mga numero nila. Because other people say that yung award for whoever had the most team success is the finals MVP. Yun yung individual award for the best local player of the best team. But the BPC, should it be more like the regular season MVP of the NBA? Do you think that there is, a reason behind na we're giving out the award in totality ng buong conference as compared to only the elimination round? Because we all know that the stronger teams will make it into the finals. So does it skew against the other teams na if they make it into the semifinals, yun na yung championship for them?
Ang pinakamalaking bagay kasi doon, before the votes, is yung statistical points. Yeah. Yung mga additional points na makukuha mo, yung sa quarters, sa semis, and sa finals. And we're talking about the best player of the conference naman talaga. The conference doesn't stop at the elimination round. I'd like to see an individual award for just the elimination round. Pero we're talking about the entirety of the conference. So, pati sa voting, pasok yan na kung hanggang saan nakarating yung team. The players, the media, katulad mo.
Hindi ako bumoboto.
Ako rin. Hindi ka bumoboto, wala kang boto. Wala po kami boto pa rin. Hindi sa hindi bumoboto, wala. And of course, everything else that comes with it, even the votes from the PBA office, kailangan may team success pa rin. Lugi nga naman yung mga, like those three rookies, medyo dehado yung teams naman talaga nila. Kaya nga pwede mong bigyan ng bigat talaga yung number 2 at number 3. If there was an elimination round award,
Yeah, it should have been.
ang bigat nun.
Yeah.
Ang bigat nun. Silang tatlo lang ni Castro naglaban because San Miguel was what? All the way down to number 7. So wala pa si June Mar bigla sa conversation.
And on that note, we will end the first episode of 2OT. Congratulations, Jayson Castro, for winning your 5th BPC, and the 3rd conference award should be fun.